What's going on, everybody? Chase here with another video coming at you today. And in today's video, we're going to be I'm going to show you what sold on eBay for me in the last 24 hours. I also want to talk to you really quickly about quantity versus quality and some numbers that come with that. So in today's video, we'll jump right into it. I want to show you guys, I have sold 6 items here. 6 items. I've got my printout here for, let's see, what is it? $600, $626.22 rather. So 6 items, or 6 sales, I should say, 6 sales that have sold for $626.22 in the last 24 hours. Technically, you could say it's a little bit less than 24 hours, but from the last time that I shipped yesterday evening till this point in the day, it's around lunchtime when I'm filming this video, September 1st, 2020 actually. So, happy September, everybody. But that being said, I had, over the last several hours since yesterday evening, I've had 6 orders. Now, those 6 orders are, 3 of those are multiple quantity orders. But I want to talk to you really quickly about quantity versus quality in your online store. It makes a huge difference in the numbers that you're able to bring in and keep, you know, depending on what your business model is. And so a lot of you guys out there, if you're new to reselling, you may not have the full concept or idea of what you want to do in your business. You see people reselling, you see people selling on eBay, and it's fun, it's exciting, it's like a treasure hunt, and yes, so much of that is true. I never want to paint just such a beautiful picture and say there's never worry and stress or things that you have to deal with. That, you know, there are things you have to deal with. Sometimes you go thrifting and you don't find huge wins. A lot of what you see on YouTube, and including a lot of what I show you guys, is a lot of the wins, a lot of the fun stuff. You know, that's more fun to talk about. It's more exciting. And, you know, people like showing and telling people about the good stuff. But I also want this channel to be transparent with you. And that is the fact and the truth is, yes, there's many days you'll go out there, you'll find home runs, you'll find great wins to be able to resell online, whether it's on eBay or any of the other platforms out there, depending on what your pick of choice is. But that all being said, there are days that you will go thrifting and you won't come up with very many items. You may not hit a huge home run every time. More than likely, it's not going to happen every time you go thrifting. I can speak from experience, you guys. I've been reselling since I was in high school. I've been doing this full-time for a living about a year after I graduated high school, which has now been for 4 years. So for 4 years solid, I've been full-time young entrepreneur reselling. It all started mainly locally. I do have a brick and mortar warehouse. We have a storefront that we open up to the customer base on the weekends, 2.5 days a week. And so I've been doing that. And over the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I've dealt a little in online sales and things like that as well. In the last year or so, I've done maybe 2. Time flies by, you guys. But in the last year to 2 years, I've done quite a bit on eBay. I'm still pushing it. I'm still growing. I'm still learning a lot for sure. But that all being said, I have learned that when you see people just going out there and buying stuff, whether it be thrifting or liquidations, you know, it takes a bit of knowledge and it takes time to build certain suppliers for you to be able to constantly get certain types of merchandise. I love the thrifting model. So many out there, I believe, you know, do love that model because it's fun. It's that treasure hunt style of making your income, making your profit, and so it is a lot of fun. But I also love the liquidations. I love buying pallets and going through those. It's still that same thrill of the treasure hunt, and you know, that's a lot of fun for me as well. And the way that I do it, when I buy either lots, smaller liquidation lots, or whole pallets, what I do is the stuff that's not worth doing online on eBay, I sell that locally in my storefront on the weekends when we're open, and then everything that's worth a lot more, or I can profit more on eBay, it does go on eBay if it's worth more money there, or if it's just worth my time. You know, there are sometimes I might settle to make a little bit less if I can move it quick in the local market, or if it's just not worth my time of getting it ready to ship out. But overall, I usually do, if it brings more money on eBay, I sell it on eBay. If it's not worth my time, I sell it in the retail store here in the market. But a couple things, you know, I just wanted you guys to think about. You know, it does make a difference, your business model, and whether you have those suppliers. But I really want to talk to you a couple minutes about quantity, quantity of merchandise versus quality of merchandise. And that matters as to where you want to head or take your eBay store or your online store in general. You know, if you can source the items that are smaller items, you know, 10, 12, 15 to $20 items, if that's what you enjoy and that's what you can find, you're going to have a store that's going to be built more on quantity over quality. I'm not saying your items are bad items. I'm not saying that they're cheap or anything like that. For the type of merchandise you're selling, it might be top of the line name brand. I'm just saying you're selling stuff that is cheaper items in general. It just doesn't retail for a huge price, and that's okay. I sell a lot of that stuff myself, and I do very well with it because I'm able to get it so cheap, and a lot of that stuff is so easy to throw in bubble mailers and ship out. So I love doing small stuff, you guys. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it's something to think about your business model. Because if you're going to make this a full-time business or a full-time income for yourself, you've got to know your numbers, you've got to know your projections, you've got to know your goals, and what does it take, where are you at now, what is it going to take to get to where you want to be. If you don't have any of that, you don't really know what to aim for. So it's something to think about. If you source a lot of smaller items, you're going to have a bigger store, and what I mean by that is a lot more items in your store that sell regularly, to be able to make the money that you need your business or your income to make or be. So, you know, again, it's something to think about. I've said that a bunch, I know, but I just want you guys to ponder the thought of, how do you want your business to be structured? Is it going to be more quantity of items in your store because that's what you like or that's what's easier for you to source, or is it going to be more quality? And quality doesn't necessarily mean it's nicer items. It's just that I'm saying, because you can sell cheap items and it doesn't mean it's not name brand, you guys. I'm just saying quality as in it's worth more, it's a bigger ticket, higher dollar item. And if you have that, it only takes a few sales to make a good chunk of money per day, per week, per month, or, you know, so forth for the year. So if you're able to source bigger ticket items and you enjoy that, if that's something you're able to get, you could have a much smaller store and you not have to turn as many items, because those bigger ticket items, you make a lot more profit on each sale. And that being said, I have 6 orders. Now, in those 6 orders, I actually have sold 23 items, okay? I've got 3 orders with multiple quantity items in there. They're the same items. Every order that's more than one, it's not like somebody bought this in my store and then they bought a completely different item from my store. It's where somebody has bought multiples of the same exact thing, the same exact item. So my biggest sale, if you watched my previous video, the video from yesterday, actually, I showed you a sale that came in towards the end of the day, so I've not shipped that out yet, and I am counting that in this number. It was one of the biggest sales that I've had in a multiple quantity order like that ever before. So it was a pretty good deal for me there. And that is what I'm going to show you right here. That is these headsets. So these are headsets, you know, you're able to hook into your computer and laptop. It's good, you know, with the PCs, the Windows, the Skype, eye chat. It's good for all that stuff. And right now with coronavirus still going on, even though things are kind of dying down in some places, other places, especially your bigger cities, things are not, and people are still working from home, and they're needing these headsets, these earmuffs, or not earmuffs, but headsets anyway, and to be able to talk, communicate, and do things business and work-wise from home. So, this is something that's been selling for me really good. I posted those yesterday. Within a couple hours, I sold 12 of them to one person. So 12 of those sold to one guy, and that was a total of $359.88. I want to see if maybe you can see that. I don't know if it's going to focus to where you can see that very good or not, but that was one big sale. I also sold, I'm going to show you a couple other things here. I think this is an A3. So I'm going to see if I can get this with one hand, you guys. All right, let's see. Yep, there they are, an A3. So we've sold some medicine type stuff. It's an all-natural thing for pain relief, I do believe. There are 2 packs of them, but it's one listing. I was selling the 2 packs in a lot together, so this is how they come. I sold both of those. I only had 2. I found those in the bins that if you've watched my channel in the past, I love to go to the thrift store here in Tennessee, the Gimme a 5 thrift store. I'm able to find a lot of good stuff there for $1 a piece. And that's where these came from. I got these for $1 a piece for the set of 2, so I paid $1 for the set of 2, not $1 a piece. Even though there's 2 in there, I paid $1 for the entire thing. And it sold, or both of them sold, for $44.99 free shipping. Also, the headsets, the 12 that I sold to one person for $360, say we'll round it up, that's free shipping as well. So it is going to cost me something in shipping on that. These are probably going to go for like, $3 to $4, maybe a little over $4, first class, you guys. They don't weigh, they're like 4 ounces is it. So even with the bubble mailer, it's 4 ounces. So those are going to go really cheap. I sold one of these headsets because I listed 15 of these yesterday. Again, somebody bought 12 within a couple hours after I had them up, but one individual bought one from me, and then this morning I had another sale that came in where an individual bought 2 from me, and so my very last 2 right here is sold. So I just pulled this whole bin. It was A18. I had 15 of those headsets in there, and that filled up that entire bin. And so it's really awesome, actually, because I filled that bin up with those headsets yesterday evening, and today the day's not even over, and now I've sold everything in that bin. So that bin's completely open for free space again for me to put other items in that bin. So that's pretty cool. Within 24 hours, I had a completely full bin, and then it was completely emptied again. So anyway, some of you guys may not find that interesting, but I do. The other thing that sold was we have another multiple quantity order, and it is, let's see, this is an auto shut off spring timer. So these came from Home Depot originally. I got them through Liquidations, paid $1 a piece for these items. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to have to look. I thought I knew where those were, but come to think of it, I don't remember. So what does it say here? They're in bin A19. So A19. So we'll come down here to our A's. And 19 is right here. So A19. So this is what they are. I'm going to show you. I have several of these, you guys. I have many of these things. Again, it's an auto shut-off spring timer. It's got the white or like an tan color switch cover. It's in the back, so if you wanted to switch it to the older style, I guess some of the older homes had more of that off-white tan kind of color plates. but it comes with the new fresh white already on it, but you can switch the colors of those. But it's just a basically a timer. So anyway, I sold 6 of those. So we'll go ahead and try to pull all 6 of those out. See, there's 3, and there's 4, and almost got it. 5 and 6 right there. And I'm not going to take those to the workstation yet because I've only got one hand while I'm holding this phone to film it to you guys. But anyway, I've basically sold 3 items, just those 3 items over and over again, because I did sell 2 of these. We sold all of the headsets just like that, you guys. Again, it's not even fully been 24 hours since these were listed, the headsets anyway. And we sold out of them. The bin's completely empty again. We can restock that with new merchandise, so that's awesome. We were able to move merchandise very quickly on those headsets. And then the dimmer switches. So everything I showed you guys today, everything that's sold, I have $1 a piece in it, you guys. That's it. Most of the stuff I sell on eBay, I get through some sort of liquidation place, whether it's a liquidation thrift store or whether it's me buying lots of liquidations or pallets of liquidations. I have multiple sources to be able to get liquidated goods, liquidated merchandise from your big chains such as Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, let's see, what's another one? Target, Amazon. I can pretty well get that type of stuff, you guys, through different sources. But majority of the time, I have $1 or less in everything that I sell online on eBay. Now, some of the bigger, nicer ticket items, I'll have $5, $6, $7 in, and I'll have maybe as much as 20 bucks in an item. Now, I would give more if the items were, you know, worth it for me to give more, and I could have a regular supply, or just, you know, even if I found one good item, I would pay up for it. So it's not that I'm afraid to pay up for stuff, you guys. Don't be afraid to pay up for it. If the money is there, that's great. Go after it. It's just that through my sources, my normal sources, I buy these loads, and on a, you know, a big item, more, you know, kitchen appliances and stuff like that, usually I have less than $10 a piece in those types of items through liquidations. Average is probably $6 to $8 a piece is what I would have in that. I don't sell a lot of that stuff online. I sell most of it here locally, just because I don't have to ship those bigger boxes, and I'm able to make good profit on it here. And in fact, right now, I've not been able to get it from the liquidator that I was getting it from. So hopefully they're talking like it will come back. But right now, I'm not able to get a lot of the small kitchen appliance type stuff that I was getting. But even that type of stuff, again, I have less than $10 in it. Most of the time, it averages between $6 and $8. But most of all the stuff that I'm selling right now on eBay, I have $1 or less. So either have $1 or as little as sometimes as 25 to 30 cents in these items. You know, again, I would pay more and I would pay less, whatever the deal brings. If the money is there to be made, I would get it. So don't hold back unless you know, just don't have the capital to invest. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, you guys. Please take that advice if you don't hear anything else that I say. But to end the video, I'm going to go over the numbers. I had 6 sales, or six total purchases, with, again, 23 items in total from those 6 separate purchases, and $23 invested because I have $1 an item. So out of the $626.22 that was sold, I had invested 23 bucks, you guys. That's it. That's literally it. I invested $23 to get that in sales. Now, that's not all profit. It's not. I have to pay shipping and I have fees. I've already done some rough math. I haven't shipped all this stuff out, obviously, so I don't have the exact number, but I can get pretty close. I can get pretty close. And actually, even before I ran the numbers on the calculator, I had a basic idea in my mind of what I thought it would be, and it was pretty well close. In my first estimate in my mind, I just threw out, I think I've profited $450. Out of the 626 and some change, I thought probably around 450, maybe a little bit less. But when I done the basic math, subtracting my fees and subtracting everything I'm going to think it's going to cost me in shipping, it's $454.62 in profit. Now, that's not an exact number. I mean, I know it is an exact number, but that's not to say that that's exactly what I'm going to profit. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less, but that is around about. If you take any number, I would say take a little or give a little to 450, and that's what around about what I made in profit. And that was less than 24 hours. I shipped out quite a bit of orders yesterday morning. I would like to film that, but I was kind of in a hurry to get stuff done, so I did not film that. But I did want to film this because only 6 orders for $626, like that's quite a bit. And I wanted to talk to you about, again, that quantity versus quality. Most of the time, I do sell a lot of smaller items, but then again, if you can get items that are selling for a little bit over $20, say you can sell items for $30, $35, $40, $45, $50 items, you guys, it adds up to be a lot more than if you're only selling items for $10 to $15 to $20. Now, there can be great money in that too if you get it cheap enough, and again, I do that a lot. You'll see that a lot on my videos. Even in the future, you'll still see that a lot. But a lot of the items that I sold in this, you know, I sold for $30+ So everything, the headsets were $30 a piece. These were basically $45 or $44.99. You know, so a lot of this stuff was, you know, higher dollar stuff. Now, granted, you know, the take of the timers wasn't a huge ticket item. That was an item that was less than $15, but I did sell multiples to one person. So, but when you're able to get around that $30, $35, $40, $45 mark, you know, and up, it's just your profit begins to compound on sales much quicker than if it's only $10 to $20 range. Anyway, just something to think about. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing kind of what sold and just having some thought processes on some numbers, because that's kind of been on my mind. I wanted to share that with you guys, and just, hey, some of you guys may be out there reselling much longer than me and know all that, but hopefully I can add to some value to some of you guys out there that are new to the game. And also, if you're like me, you just like watching what sells for other people. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on what's sold and what is selling for other resellers and entrepreneurs out there. It's a lot of fun and interesting for me to see. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it and got a little information out of it as well. Until next time, I'll see you whenever the next video comes out. Shh.